Double move, maybe by the slot receiver.
Grossman looking left all the way to the end zone. Open, and it's Davis bringing it down for the score. Right into Nate Clemens and Co Simpson's area. Grossman with another touchdown toss.
Well, Jim, it's exactly what they do. The slot receiver, he's going to go down, make a little move to the outside, and he curls back in. The middle of the defense, they do not see they don't see the outside receiver coming back in. That's why he was open in the back of the end zone. Rex Grossman, under pressure, off his back foot, throws the touchdown.
And Rashid Davis has another touchdown, his second of the season. Former Arena Leaguer, one of 29 players in the league who came out of the Arena League. Just a year ago, Rashid Davis was playing with the San Jose SaberCats, scoring 44 touchdowns in that league. He's got 2 this year in the NFL.
Want a bite of my breakfast? It's a croissant sandwich.
I don't like French things.
What about the bikini?
French kisses?
That's gross.
What is French for creepy? I think it's la hythène.
No, that's my name.
Yeah, I know.
Egg, sausage, and cheese on a soft half moon of buttery goodness. Chris Sandwich from BK.
Out brewing in the Windy City. 27-0 Jim Nance, Bill Sims. Bears on 3rd and goal, Phil, from the 15.
There he is in the slot. Davis, watch as he goes to the back of the end zone. You hear me talk about it all the time, Jim. Everybody's looking at the goal line. Somebody's got to cover the back of the end zone. Well designed again by the Bears. They knew what the Bills were going to be in, and the seams inside, back of the end zone were open on both sides.
Plus 114 when it comes to scoring measured against the opponent on the season. Grossman now with 10 touchdown passes on the season. The entire Bear quarterbacking group last year had 11 touchdown passes on the season. They already got 10 with Grossman in game 5, 4.5 games into the season. McGee to the 30. He's getting worn out just running back kicks. Tomorrow, How I Met Your Mother moves to a new time, Mondays at 8/7 Central. The show that Entertainment Weekly calls one of the most entertaining ensembles on television. Tomorrow at 8/7 Central on America's most watched network, once again, CBS.
Well, that last touchdown pass by Rex Grossman, he threw it off his back foot. And I've said this many times, if you can't throw off your back foot in the NFL, you're not going to be a successful quarterback, because you're going to have people in your face in pressure. And he's shown this year he can do it very well.
First down, they do run it. McGahee wrapped up by Urlacher.
Well, let's take a look at Rex Grossman touchdown throw. People coming in his face. He's backpedaling. And look at that. Throws it, going back. You know, I got to tell you, that did look like a little Brett Favre. Except Brett Favre would have ran about 20 more yards after he threw it.
No, that move, the way he was able to sling it, was very Favre-esque.
Well, that's what you do as a quarterback when you got pressure in your face. That's what it is. You sling it with your body, and your feet are not planted in the ground too hard.
2nd and 5, Lossman. It's Evans. Tries to step away from Tillman, but dragged down, but still got the first. Gained 11. Urlacher made the tackle on the previous play.
Did he?
And he stopped McGahee on that rush. And
well,
how about the Bears defense? People try to call it a Tampa 2, a cover 2. He said, no, it's a Bears 2.
Well, you know, I said, did he really? Because what did Urlacher tell us? He goes, what about, he's dropping back. He said, I've turned into a butt slapper.
Yeah, all the other guys are making the tackles, he felt.
Good job, good job.
First down at 10, and there he is. All right, this not, what'd you call him? Butt slapper?
Butt slapper. Well, somebody will come up
cheerleader.
and
I thought he said he was a cheerleader. Most of the time just saying, good job, good job. But look, over the last 2 years, first in the league in so many categories.
Boy, it's really something. It tells you a lot about the coach, the system, but the drafting of players and getting the right type of players for the system that Lovie Smith wants to run.
First time Buffalo has resided in Chicago territory in this game. And McGahee First it was Urlacher, and then it was Boone. That one touchdown the defense has given up on the season was late in the game against the Lions after they had a similar start to this one over Detroit. And Urlacher still kind of smarting about that. He said, we shouldn't have given up that one. You know, it's only one touchdown now in 50 opponents' drives on the season.
What's the old saying? Hogs get fat, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be too greedy.
We reached the 2-minute warning.
But they are playing. They're playing great.
27-0 Chicago here on the home of Super Bowl 41.
Hey guys, just thought you might want to know, sales aren't up, they're down. Yes, sir.
Want a new job? We've got the most. CareerBuilder.com. A better job awaits.
Introducing the new Sicilian lasagna pizza from Pizza Hut. Hearty beef topping and a blend of mozzarella, creamy ricotta, and Parmesan cheese, all on a seasoned crust. It's just $10.99. Right now for just $5 more at any medium one-topping pizza.
We stand together. X-Men.
X-Men: The Last Stand is the #1 DVD in America.
We're in.
X-Men: The Last Stand, on the #1 DVD today.
Good news, no more hassles with Wi-Fi hotspots. We're upgrading to Verizon Wireless, so you can work where you need to.
Bus in Boston?
Yes.
Car wash in Columbus?
Sure.
Mall in Memphis?
Yeah.
Rest stop in Raleigh?
Okay.
About a hot tub in Vegas, baby! Yeah!
Vegas, baby!
Well, can we?
Absolutely.
See you in Vegas.
Only one network gives you the broadband access card with America's most reliable wireless broadband network, Verizon Wireless. It's the network.
Vegas, baby!
Prilosec OTC presents NFL Season of a Lifetime. A strong defense led the Ravens to the Super Bowl in 2000, and this year's team could do the same. Led by linebackers Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, and Adalius Thomas, Baltimore has one of the league's best defenses.
Last play. Prayer time for Rivers. He's sacked from behind, and the ball game is over.
For your Season of a Lifetime and a chance to spend the 2007 season with your favorite NFL team, visit PrilosecOTC.com.
Driver's license and registration, please, sir.
Dead man driving.
Got a message from a dead guy.
Takes NCIS on the trail of a terrorist.
Russian. Uh-oh, there's a Homeland Security alert.
Where is he?
All hell is gonna break loose.
New NCIS, CBS Tuesday.
Back here in Chicago, coming out of the 2-minute warning, Buffalo held to 61 yards in this one and 3 first downs. They have a third and 5 at the Bears 49. Intercepted. Ricky Manning, coming off a 2-pick game last Sunday, has another one today.
That play was so reminiscent of the '85 Chicago Bears. The defensive backs, they know there's a blitz coming. They know they're going to get to the quarterback. He's going to have to get rid of it quick. So you're a defensive back, gamble. Make a reaction as soon as you think it's coming your way.
Well, it was Alex Brown who came in untouched.
Oh, untouched.
And really forced Lossman to toss this one a little quicker than he wanted to.
Quarterbacks are inaccurate and not very smart when they're under great pressure, and that's what J.P. Lossman was under that last time.
So now the Bears come out with a little swing pass to Jones, stiff arm gain of about 3 yards. Alex Brown's made a couple of plays today. He's had a sack and certainly influenced that interception.
You know, his career has changed with Lovie Smith.
He lost some weight, didn't he?
Well, you know, he was here before with Dick Duran, and they wanted him to be 285 pounds, which he went up to, and now, what's he weigh right now?
At 260, Lovie called right after he got the job and said, hey, Alex, I look forward to seeing you at about 260.
Yeah, and he loved it because that's what he is. That's where he is natural and the best athlete.
Second down, Grossman. His first catch, he's short of the first. One last thing about Brown is you saw him go high in the air like he was going to try to knock down at the net spike that pass of Lossman. He is an owner of a volleyball team back in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. He is the sole owner, with his wife, I should add, of the Indios de Mayagüez volleyball team, a men's volleyball team.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, he goes, my wife would never let me have a women's volleyball team,
Yeah.
but it was interesting because he says he really understands the business side of football even better because of it.
Third down. Grossman pressure at his feet, able to get it over to Jones. Jones into a couple of defenders at the 40.
I expected to see more of this from the Bills defense today. Rex Grossman just completed 3 passes and they did not get a first down. Bend, but don't give them the big play.
Timeout called by Grossman, and a lot of urging here. I don't see any reason with 40 seconds.
Yeah,
left.
wait. Buffalo should call the timeout right away. Don't give them the chance to take the clock and make it's the enemy to the Chicago Bears right now. You let it go down, they could, if they go for it on 4th and they don't make it, it won't hurt them as bad. This happens all the time. You're on defense, force the offense to declare what they want to do.
Grossman signaled for it, but it wasn't granted until they got the clock down to 21.
Men of the square table, is it permissible to do this?
That's always funny.
It's idiotic is what it is.
Titans beating up on the Colts. That's Parrish awaiting the boot from Maynard. Annalise comes it back and he tries to angle the kick. Nope, he's going right down the middle. Fair catch signal made at 11. The 11-yard line.
See, I would never even let the guy field the punt in that situation. What are you going to gain by fair catching?
Just get out of the way.
Get out of the way, let it bounce, more time off the clock, take a knee.
That's what they're going to do anyway. They're going to take a knee right here. It didn't matter if he let that ball bounce. They got down at the 1, they're still going to take a knee.
That's right. Did you understand what I was saying about
Absolutely.
the timeout?
I actually thought there might be a chance that the Bears would have a chance to go for it, because if they failed, you're not leaving enough time really for Buffalo to do much with it anyway.
But what stopped them, it was really 4th and 2 and not 4th and 1. So Lovie Smith goes, it's not worth it. 27-0, everything's going great.
The NFL's leading rusher has 2 yards erased from his total. What a performance in this first half by the Chicago Bears.
Regardless of who you're playing in the NFL, this performance was one of the best I've seen in a long time in the first half by the Bears.
They scored on their first 5 drives. With 14 plays by defense that stopped for 0 or negative yards. 27.
Grissom's crime scene is just 5 blocks from here.
Looks like someone's on a little crime spree.
They're wearing costumes.
Great. Just a game to them.
This is CSI Sanders. I need some help. Get out of here!
Wow! Catch up with the teams of The Amazing Race. CBS tonight after 60 Minutes.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
They're the 2 faces of justice. Law and Order now showing on America Plus.
Shannon and Boomer, let's get you caught up on all the scores in action in the first half here. We get it started with Shannon talking about Tennessee and Indianapolis.
Yes, Tennessee is dominating this game. 142 rush yards here. Lindale White picks up 19 of them right here. And this is something all offenses are doing when you have a mobile quarterback. This speed option, get Vince Young to the edge. 19 yards later, he's in the end zone. 7-0 early Tennessee. At the half, JB, 10-0.
Colts 0 for 6 on third downs, and as you mentioned, gave up 152 rush yards. Dan, Miami with Joey Harrington at the helm.
And he's in for Dante Culpepper. So far, he's 17, 22, 176 yards. He throws this interception. But the key for Miami is there's no sacks. He's making pretty good decisions, getting the ball out there. Then Tom Brady capitalizes on the turnover, finds Troy Brown right there for a touchdown, puts them up 10-0. Then Joey Harrington comes back on a drive. Ronnie Brown right up the middle, gets a score, and they also add a field goal later on the half.
And Dan, you mentioned that underscores. What about Joey Harrington here?
Well, he's not getting sacked. He's not getting sacked. He's making, making quick decisions, getting rid of the football. Other than that one interception, I mean, that's the key, because Dante was getting sacked, averaging 5 times a game, and you can't have that many bad plays offensively.
And turning the football over a whole lot.
Yes.
Just the one turnover right now.
All right, let's move on to the next scores here. We get Boomer talking about Buffalo and Chicago.
211 total yards for the Chicago Bears. 3 turnovers for the Buffalo Bills, including this one here by Ryan Moreeeee, who looked like he was getting ready to run a fake. But Rex Grossman, 2 touchdowns on the day, guys. He really looks like he is sharp. And how about Cedric Benson, not Thomas Jones? This is his first career touchdown, and the Chicago Bears are for real. Take a look at this, Rasheed Davis. Now, you don't want to see Rex Grossman continually drop back like that and throw the ball late down the middle, but boy, they got it all going on right now. And I'm telling you, we talked about this in the pregame.
You said
this is the best team in the NFL right now, and you do not want to play them in Soldier Field.
Seattle, man?
Yep, I'm saying right now. I'm just saying you do not want to play them in Soldier Field, as Seattle and now Buffalo is finding
Shannon
out.
may not want to change his decision, but the Bears just scoring their first 5 possessions. You want to change from Baltimore, or you want to stay with Chicago?
They're in the AFC, but
okay.
You don't want to play them Soldier Field, on the moon, or any field right now, because they're getting after you on the defensive side of the football. And as you mentioned, Boomer, Cedric Benson and Thomas Jones is a great 1-2 punch running the football, and Rex Grossman throwing the football well. He's not managing the game. They're allowing him to go out and make plays, JB.
All right, back to the highlights, Shannon. Detroit looking for its first victory of the season right now, leading.
Brad Johnson hands the ball out to the president, Chester Taylor. He heads up the left sideline. He was a hurdler in high school. That's why he jumped over that guy, laid a 28-yard pickup, would lead to a field goal. John Kittner, quarterback, sneaks up the middle. 7-3 at this point. They tackle the field goal, 10-3 right before the half, JB.
2 rookie head coaches meeting for the first time in that matchup. Dan, St. Louis and Green Bay.
Well, early on, Mark Bulger, he had a little play action. He finds big game Torrey Holt in the back of the end zone, one of his favorite receivers. They go up 7-0. Then Brett Favre comes back. They ran the ball mostly on this drive. Noah Herron goes in. They tie the game. Then Mark Bulger, all day to throw, finds Kevin Curtis. 3-yard touchdown, and the Rams are ahead. And also Green Bay added a field goal right before the half.
Bulger, 9 of 11, 60 yards and 2 touches in that one. Boomer, Washington and the Giants.
Eli Manning's having a great game, 13 of 18, 185 yards, including this 44-yard delivery to Amani Toomer. And Eli took a wicked shot right as he was getting ready to deliver that football. But how about Michael Strahan? We have a sighting. Here he is right here. Sack on Mark Brunell. 7-yard loss. Thus far in this game, teams have been settling for field goals, and I know Tom Coughlin's going to be very frustrated.
LeVar Arrington, how many tackles in this game, Shannon?
1 more than me.
All right, that means 1. Shannon, Cleveland and Carolina.
Charlie Fry play fake, looks for K2, Kellen Winslow, who's living up to the hype and all the talk. 24 yards would lead to a field goal. But here, Charlie Fry throws to Dennis Northcutt. Favorite candy bar is Butterfingers. It's picked off. Richard Marshall returns it 30 yards for a touchdown, puts him up 7-3. And Jake DeLong up top to Keyshawn Johnson, 17 yards, 14-3 at the half, JB.
But Boomer, didn't K2 say he might be better than your guy Shannon there?
Well, I don't think
it's early. It's only 2 games.
Early. Buccaneers and Saints, Dan.
Bruce Gradkowski back to pass. Young guy, he's a rookie, first start. First touchdown to Joey Galloway, putting Tampa up. And the story in this game so far is Deuce McAllister. Deuce is on the loose. This is a 24-yard touchdown. It's 9 rushes for 171 yards in the first half.
All right, Buccaneers trailing that one 10-7 as another MAC conference quarterback, Gradkowski, trying to make a name for himself. All right, folks, that wraps up the Sprint halftime report. We'll take you back to the second half of your game. We'll be here, your game, second half, next.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint halftime report. Sprint together with Nextel. Power up. CBS Sports presents the Sprint halftime report. Sprint together with Nextel. Power up.
absolute dominating performance here in Chicago. The Bears blowing out Buffalo 27-0. Thriving on this environment at Soldier Field. It's not just Grossman or Urlacher. The defense, special teams, guys like Aban Dejeo, Ayan Badejo with the recovery. Berrien setting up another score with a long pass. Davis with the touchdown, and they are loving it in Chicago.
A survivor first.
When the other tribe comes and invades, I don't like that at all.
New episode, CBS Thursday.
Now you can make a choice that suits your lifestyle. Orbit offers you 5 great new subscription packages to choose from, bringing you the latest and best of what you love most. Choose Alpha, Orbit's Arabic package, giving you a bouquet of exclusive Arabic entertainment and movie channels in addition to CNN International. Or get the Prime package that includes all of Orbit's Western channels, bringing you the very latest Hollywood movies, American dramas, the funniest comedy shows, documentaries, and comprehensive news and sports coverage. And if you want them all, then make Mega your choice, giving you the entire range of Orbit channels. And whatever you choose, all of the packages include the free Orbit decoder, free installation, access to TV Max pay-per-view services, 20 digital radio channels, and over 400 free-to-air channels. You can also benefit from a second subscription and a second Orbit decoder in your home with the exclusive Kids package, designed especially for your children. And for our Filipino viewers, Pinoy Plus, the #1 for Filipino television entertainment. You get 3 top-rated Filipino channels, a great selection of Orbit channels, plus 20 radio channels. Make your choice and subscribe now to Orbit, the latest in TV entertainment package just for you. For more information, call your local Orbit dealer. Orbit, leading the way.
Third quarter about to begin at Soldier Field. 27-0 Chicago. And you said right as we're sending it to the studio, one of the best first half performances you've seen in a long time.
It was impressive. And you know, Jim, we've spent a couple days down here and we've watched TV, we've watched tapes, and I think we all were in agreement. There is no weakness on this team. And being very critical, like if I was on a pregame show, what can I find wrong with the Chicago Bears? I really see nothing that they can't do well.
I saw you on the pregame show. I saw you on the NFL today. Let's take a look at the first half numbers, which are,
well, they're just,
as you might imagine, a little stilted toward one side.
They show you the domination. And if I was the Buffalo Bills here in the second half, I would play the game like it's 0-0 and just grind it out and see if I could get a score maybe and play it that way. To play all out and think you're going to come back, there's no chance. It's not going to happen. So teach your football team something, how to play in a tough situation, tough environment, and see if you can get some positive things done.
This game brought to you in high definition. Davis, we saw him run back a kick for a score in a preseason game here against San Diego back in August. You said no weaknesses, offense, defense, special teams, and the fourth phase, the home crowd when they're here. And that's Davis out to the 29, running into Jabari Greer. Well, they scored the first 5 times they had it. Field goal, then 3 touchdowns. Berrien, his 4th score of the season. Benson, his 1st score of his career. And then Rashid Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the year. So Grossman will come out and open up the 3rd quarter from the 29. Thomas Jones pushes away a wave of blockers and tacklers, picks up 4 yards.
Rex Grossman had a really good first half, and I thought what was impressive, not the touchdown throws, not the long throw to Berrien down the right side, but it was the fact that he stayed patient and he only took a chance when it was there. And I think what they've been looking for, if the downfield throw is not there, will he check it off and throw it short? He has done that so far in this game.
And you saw he's hit on his last 8 passes. And that's where the streak will end as he is chased out of the pocket by Kelsey.
Well, that's a good. These are all important factors in a football game. The protection breaks down, get out of the pocket, throw it away, and keep third down manageable. But right now, and if you watch the season, every phase of their football team is clicking and working well. And confidence, it's just, you know you're good. And I felt that talking to the Bears on Friday, watching them, talking to Lovie Smith.
It's 3rd down and 5. And again to come in, Grossman walloped and almost picked off. He's ruled incomplete. That was Kawaki Thomas. So close to the interception, and Schobel would have been the one who really forced it. He was in on Grossman.
Aaron Schobel, 94, gets him. Rex Grossman does not feel him or know he's coming. Gets fortunate to get it off. Then fortunate, as I've said, under pressure, throws are off target. Should have been an interception by the Bills defense.
Grossman still without an interception thrown at home in 2.5 games. 77 passes, no picks. Score Parrish. Let this one bounce around near the 30. And that's where the Bills will take over. Maybe they'll manage something here. The Bears defense still with only 1 touchdown allowed on the season, blanking Buffalo.
Okay, people, let's gather around. Gather around if you would, please. Let's bring it in and listen up.
Yeah, let's powwow.
This is Team Communication Week. I want you to think about what that means. You do your job, so I can do my job.
There's an exciting sound in travel. Southwest Airlines Ding. Get exclusive low fares sent directly to your desktop. Deals that are only available for a limited time and only by downloading Ding at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Enjoying Guinness draft in a sports bar is a great idea.
Yes, this is much better than the last bar.
Yes, this is much better than the last bar.
Much better? Brilliant!
Brilliant!
Please enjoy Guinness draft responsibly.
Michael, lass mal runter ein bisschen. Weiter links. Gut. So, you couldn't find a car you like here in Germany?
No. I couldn't find a speed limit I liked in America.
Rule number 1, win every challenge.
He's gonna drop it.
Rule number 2, break all the rules.
When the other tribe comes and invades, I don't like that at all.
New Survivor, CBS Thursday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
And we've updated this whole run of Chicago defense domination. No touchdowns in the last 35 drives, 161 plays. And look at the last one. 333 pass plays at home. The last time someone threw a touchdown pass at Soldier Field against the Bears was last September 05 when the Bengals found Chad Johnson. Wassman. That's McGahee falling across the 40 for a first down. Now 334 pass plays ago since someone hit him up top with an aerial touchdown, Chad Johnson. It's 13 months ago. And they have been the ones flexing their muscles since.
That's a pretty good move off the line of scrimmage, wasn't it?
It was.
Man.
Little explosion. Cutting right, darting quickly out to the 47. That's McGahee. And Robert Royal helping free him for 6. Some more updated numbers since that touchdown pass in September 05.
13 interceptions, 33 sacks.
But how about the 0 touches, 13 interceptions? Whew.
Good defense, keeping it in good situations. They don't have to gamble. Reasons why they don't give up big plays.
McGahee easily has the first. And into the secondary to the Chicago 40. His fullback Shelton helped him on that one.
Jim, I said the Chicago team, they could have a letdown. I just didn't realize the letdown was going to come after they were 27-0 up top, but coming out a little sluggish, and they got to get back in the flow of the game. And no matter what you say to yourself, deep down in your heart and in your brain, you know you're up 27-0. So this drive right here probably woke them up. Now they'll start pressuring more.
This is the deepest penetration of the game for the Bills. The 41, they hit Evans to the 30 and down at the 24. We've got a couple of Bears down, including Lance Briggs. He's going to roll over and stand up. Already with an interception of his own in this game.
Overall today, when you watch the Bills, the pass protection for J.P. Lossman has been acceptable. And Briggs coming hard. He's already had that knee checked one time on the sideline by a doctor, but he is not limping after that play.
He's going to stay in there. That was the 6th catch of the game for Evans, and the Bills, for the first time all day, running a little fluid attack. But Alex Brown says that's the end of that. Get up, Alex. The phantom tackle, but the pick all the way out to the 43-yard line. That's the 3rd time Lossman's been intercepted today. He had only one through the first 4 games of the season. Bears defense responds again.
Super Duty, the most capable pickup in America. Bold moves. They happen every day.
Hey.
Hey. You got Singular?
No. Sprint.
Sprint mobile broadband downloads 5 times faster than Singular's Edge.
Well, I'm done.
Because in business, it pays to keep moving. Get the power of the nation's largest mobile broadband network. Get a free mobile broadband card. Visit sprint.com/mobile broadband.
The owners are anxious to sell. Baby, can we get a waterfall in the bedroom?
Anything for my babies.
What about the pool?
We can put a gazebo in the middle of it with dolphins. We'll take it.
The asking price is $5 million. Do you have financing in place?
Yes. Got a lot of financing in place. There they go.
Monopoly is back at McDonald's.
Oh.
You could win 50, 5,000, up to $5 million.
Where's Mama gonna stay?
The guest house is 100 yards away.
In the guest house.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 41. The Ford Mustang, bold moves, they happen every day. And by Sprint, be a better fan with NFL Mobile, only from Sprint. Power up.
And we're back with the Bears taking over after the Alex Brown interception. They picked off Lossman now for the 3rd time in the last 8 pass attempts. Thomas Jones runs into McGee for about 4 yards. Brown coming up with a sack in this game, influencing a pass that what led to an interception, and now he gets one of his own, but he will get a little grief, I have to think, for this return, Phil.
Yeah, first off, just good discipline, not chasing it, waits for it, and then just runs himself right into the ground.
The legs are just churning. And he couldn't wait to ask you in our meeting on Friday. Tell me about Lawrence Taylor. What was he like?
When he intercepted passes, he took them off the foot.
Across the middle, and that was intended for Muhammad.
Jim, we were laughing about it. It's not that it's funny, but he's going to, oh, that's cool, the big guy off. Yes. This terrific game, and he's going to go home tonight, and he's going to think of one thing. What he did on that interception.
Why didn't I stay on my feet?
Because the coaches, when you win, they have some fun with the films, and they'll run that back and forth so many times, and they're going to say, Alex, you lost 30 pounds over the last couple of years. Might have to drop a few more.
Kids making some plays. We'll have a good time with that one. And this one up into the air, and then on the rebound it is caught. Everything going the Bears' way. Davis with the reception. Clements tipped it. Seemed to be suspended in the air long enough for one Bills player to come down with it, but no, it's Chicago.
Just nothing going right for the Buffalo Bills. Jim, when you watch their first 4 games of the year, they get their hands on a lot of footballs that are thrown. They did against New England. They did it last week against the Minnesota Vikings. They're fast. They can react to the football when it's thrown, but they're not making that catch.